Hello folks, Neil here and welcome to IWALVG Finds episode number 43, the first new episode of 2016. Now in this episode I'm going to travel upstate to a small dedicated game store that I haven't been in since it moved to a new location. I'm also going to share with you guys one of the most insane deals I have ever gotten at a pawn shop. So let's see what I snatched up this week, starting with a trip to the old tried and true flea market. Nice melons. This older gentleman is here from time to time selling collectible records. In the past, I've gotten some great LPs of the Shadow radio broadcasts from this guy, but nothing he has today piques my interest. I'm a huge fan of the Dead or Alive series, but there's no way I'd own this friggin' film. My kind of stuff. Stacks of loose and complete PS2 games, $3 each or 2 for $5. A nice selection, but there's one problem. The cases are taped shut, so I can't see the condition of the discs. I understand it's a measure to stop people from walking up and stealing the discs, but it equally means honest buyers can't see what they're getting into in terms of disc quality. The loose discs are in bad shape, and the one case without tape, Sly Cooper 3, contained a disc that had deep gouges. So, no, I decided to not take any chances and kept on walking. Selling Redbox discs. Isn't that a little, illegal? Here's a mix of PS2 and PC games for $3 each. Gun and Grand Theft Auto 3 stand out, but I already own both of them.
$2. Huh? Sweet. Okay.
$2, $3. Either one is a good price as long as the game's in good shape. Damn, check out all the original Beatles records. The seller wanted $20 a piece or 2 for $30. Very cool stuff. Once again, some good luck with the indoor vendors. Snagged a copy of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for Genesis for $1, along with 3 PS2 games. Backyard Baseball and Superbike World Championship for $1 each, and the original Monster Hunter for $5. Altogether, today's haul totaled $11. Nifty. My second stop is 2nd and Charles. Lots of the same old fare on the NES racks, except for Circus Caper. I don't think I've ever seen this one in the wild before. Dear God, no! Oh hey, Fantastic Dizzy for Genesis. I love the shape of these Codemasters carts. $6? Sounds good. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Greatest Hits Edition, $20. Not too long ago, I grabbed the Black Label copy for half this cost at this exact store. Complete in box Art of Fighting for Genesis. Like an idiot, I passed this up. Some of these prices are absolutely ridiculous. Check out the NES Power Set. $200 though. $18 total for this lot, but with store credit, only $4 was paid out of pocket. Oh, and that cool looking sci-fi novel? Grabbed it from the free bin. The pawn shop is a little old place where we can get some cheap games. Looks like there's another bag of stuff not ready for sale yet. Let's see what we have to look forward to. A bunch of complete Dreamcast games, many of which I'm very interested in. I'll have to check back in a few weeks to see if I can grab any of them. They've got a CD book full of common PS1 games, some with manuals. I took copies of The Fifth Element, Metal Gear Solid VR missions, and Resident Evil 2, each for only $1. Add to that complete copies of Luigi's Mansion and Simpsons Hit and Run for GameCube, Final Fantasy IX for PS1, and a loose Bomberman Hero N64 cart. And the total cost?
And how much for all this?
$22.
Only $22. What a nice price. This is GamerDoc. About a year or so ago, they moved to Elkton, Maryland, and it happened seemingly out of the blue. I had brought my friend Dustin up to their original location in July 2014, only to be greeted with this. It took quite a while for me to learn where they went, and although I'm disappointed by their lack of communication, I'm at least glad to see they've still got a cool setup. They've got everything from Atari 2600 to Xbox One, and while the store isn't very big, there's still a decent selection of titles. They even sell perler art, and they have a copy of Who Framed Roger Rabbit for NES, signed by James Rolfe and Mike Matei. They have a nice big tub full of random Game Boy games sitting on the counter, most of which have decent prices. Total Carnage here is only $3. But they can't all be winners. Even at $1.99, I'm not grabbing a game with no label. Speaking of labels, GamerDoc also offer high-quality end labels for N64 carts, which is pretty cool. I want both of these so bad. I ended up getting Total Carnage, along with complete copies of Legend of K for PS2 and Chef's Love Shack for PS1 for a total of $14. Nothing spectacular, but I've been actively searching for these PlayStation games for a while, and an original Game Boy game for $3 is a pretty sweet deal. Second trip to the flea market, and look at this old relic, an external CD burner. Only one game at this seller's table, and
how much for it? $2?
$2 for Super Mario Advance 4? Yeah, I'm scooping this up. GoldenEye Rogue Agent for GameCube. It's complete and even has the little holographic 007 sticker on the front. $3 is a nice price for this. This lady has a stack of SNES and Genesis games, but they're mostly sports titles I'm not interested in. However, I will grab this copy of Krusty's Super Funhouse for $1. What a big spender I am today, $6 out of pocket for 3 games. Is this the best it's gonna get this week? Well, only one stop left. My favorite pawn shop. They've got some pretty sweet deals now on brand new games, $45 for titles that still cost $60 at retail. But new games are not what I'm looking for on this day. A while ago, I was able to check out a bag of top-tier SNES games that weren't available for sale yet. Since then, they've been put out for sale, individually priced, and the one I was eyeing the most, Mega Man X3, was priced at a whopping $249. For weeks I kept going in there, watching titles sell little by little, but that MMX3 stayed put. So, I finally decided to go for it. I brought in some random stuff to sell and ended up getting $65. I then took a wild shot and asked if I could use that $65 to pay for Mega Man X3. I pointed out that the game had been sitting in their case for over 2 months, and more than likely nobody would pay what they were asking. They countered with an insane but still profitable offer. They said if I paid only $35 out of pocket, making the total $100 with my pawned items, I could walk out of there with the game that day.
What you're seeing is the stuff that I brought in today, and $35, and this is mine.
What the f***? Mega Man X3 for only $35 in cash. Look at this, it's even on the receipt. This is, without a doubt, one of the absolute all-time best deals I have ever gotten from a pawn shop when it comes to retro games. I got this deal late last year, and if I can continue to get deals like this, 2016 is going to be one hell of a year. Yeah, that happened, and you know what? It can happen to you too. Just remember to carry some extra cash on you. And if you come across a pawn shop, or a flea market, or a swap meet, or a Goodwill, pop in there and take a look around, because you never know what you'll find. And you don't know what kind of deals you might get. Until next time, my name is Neil, and I will always love video games. Have a good one.